patterns and certain things for like as a non-danger to safety. So that's what apparently is happening here, and yeah, that seems to be the case also for these certain re-entry patterns where they would lose a ship, which would technically always by standards trigger a missile investigation, but they are basically excluding certain scenarios.
And Alex, again, I'm watching some boats float around here. It looks like they're clearing out some of the area there to keep the boaters away from potential mishaps that might occur. You are our FAA whisperer. I know you've been, obviously keeping track of a lot of the regulatory matters here. The FAA was actually pretty open this week in responding to questions. I thought that was a bit of a change too.
Yeah, they were, they also were very successfully engaging in a way. Thanks for that, because we got to know about the whole mishap investigation stuff where, you know, uh, SpaceX said to the FAA, hey, there's this other way to return to flight, let's choose it, where essentially the regulations, there's like a potential for you to be able to, if you are a vehicle operator, to be able to return back to flight for your rocket without completing the mishap investigation if the FAA determines that we are essentially, that the public has, that the public safety has been, um, guaranteed all across the flight, even though there was a mishap, right? That is at least one of the things that we can do, and SpaceX requested the FAA, hey, can you check on that? That we actually, complied with all of the safety requirements and everything. And the FAA said yes. So those two are the things that Adrian got from the FAA. The part where the FAA said, yeah, SpaceX asked us to do this, and then was precisely on May 27th when they told us that they had concurred with SpaceX that no safety violations were presented on the mishap on Flight 3, and therefore they could proceed with the return to flight, you know, with the condition that the launch license had to be modified and everything. But we got that launch license on essentially this Tuesday, and it's been pretty much almost 48 hours already with that license. It's actually a lot more than Flight 3. Flight 3 was like under 15 hours or so after the license dropping. That's when they launched. This time around, it's been a little bit more calm. Yeah, we've been getting some nice feedback from the FA this time around.
Yeah, quick note here as quick note here as a media organization, especially here. The FAA has been nothing but fantastic, especially after this flight. They have not only responded quickly to questions, they have not only kept us up to date even without asking questions. Like they knew we were interested and they're sent out stuff. They also make sure that we understand things. They sometimes send secondary material, which really helps to understand the context of certain information is given because we are talking about regulatory things, and these can be a bit on the trickier side sometimes. And again, the communication from the FAA, at least to like for us as a media organization, has been nothing like exceptional. Just want to point it out because there's always this when something goes wrong, people are like grumpy, and I think it's also important to be happy when things work well.
That's right. And I think, too, to some degree, the FAA had to figure out how they regulate this because this is not like any other spacecraft or any other aircraft for that matter. You're launching, as you just saw, one of the largest things ever. The best way I can interpret this is if you were to walk down New York City where there's all these new, like, little thin buildings, it's like launching one of those into orbit and then trying to get it back. So there's a lot of certainly issues that are easy to regulate, but how do you regulate this vehicle, especially when it's at this point designed to destroy itself in some way? We're hoping today that the construction part is done and not a rapid, unscheduled disassembly, which we will be seeing hopefully a little bit later here by Howard and Minnesota.
That's precisely one of the things I argued both yesterday on Countdown to Launch and also earlier today when we had Marcus House, where we talk about all the regulatory side of things. Where, if you look at the regulations from the FAA, there's this sort of, there's this definition of what a mishap is, and then there's like an exception to the mishap that a launch vehicle operator can apply for, and the conditions for that exception